This is my very first time in Argentina, Segurinfo conference here, and I've seen like people from corporates, but I have seen like academics, so there's a really wide acceptance that we need to secure our cyberspace. My presentation was about 30 years of malware industry, 30 years of malware writers, and 30 years of evolution. From like 1986, when the first PC virus was detected, the brain from Pakistan, up to basically right now from last week. Currently we see a lot of ransomware lock screens out there. It's all about the money, where you have to pay to get the control of your system back. But if you go back in time, like 1986, the two brothers from Pakistan who made the brain virus actually had a message in there that you could pay them to vaccinate your system. Their English wasn't that good, so it reached pretty weird, but you had to pay them to remove it from your system, which is basically ransomware as well. So even ransomware in 1986 already. There are lots of interesting breaking points in history, like Melissa as the first mass mailing virus, Love Letter, which was like social engineering to the ultimate power, which really made it work. The most intriguing one actually for me is NIMDA, which was discovered in 2001, 2 weeks after 9/11. Not because I was the one discovering it, because I was, but it was actually spreading using 4 different factors of infection. So it used like Windows, it used networking, it used IIS, and email, and that was really remarkable for that time, and that is why that one was so successful. Industry evolved from like a freeware, shareware version into fully professional companies, and if you now look at the bona fide security industry, they're all large multinationals with talented people. I'm one of the oldest persons in ESET, not the most intelligent one, but I have the experience of 30 years, and that also brings in like interesting details you can use in protection, because as I shown in my presentation, we made a full circle. Things are reoccurring again, and then you need all the old experience. To protect yourself for like the ever-evolving malware cybercrime space, make sure your system is fully patched, make sure the operating system is up to date. Use antivirus or other security software on top of that. Don't just rely on the operating system or your own ethical controls, because you know, even if you're that secure and just browsing to safe sites, we have seen like popular newsletter sites which use advertisements that got infected. You never know where the danger will be.